Hello, Creative Gems. Welcome back to Creativity. And if you're new to my channel, I'm so happy that you stopped by. Today, we're going to be crafting with bamboo rings to make 2 lamps and 3 wall sconces. I don't know if you noticed, but lately Dollar Tree has really stepped up the game with their wood craft pieces. They have everything from wood planks of all shapes and sizes to crates, lanterns, beads, boxes, and of course these bamboo rings. To start, I have a leftover piece of clear chopping mat, which is also from the Dollar Tree. We're going to take one of the bamboo rings and trace it out onto the chopping mat. Here I've selected the smaller of the 2 bamboo rings that came with the pack. And by the way, I chose this chopping mat because you can see through it, and that means that light will be able to pass through it. You'll see shortly how I put it to work. Once you have cut out the circular shape according to the size of the bamboo ring, double check to make sure it mimics the size of the bamboo ring. It should sit comfortable on top of the bamboo ring without any extra chopping mat hanging over. If there is any extra chopping mat hanging over, you can always trim off the excess. Then set it aside for the time being and take what's left of the chopping mat and wrap it around the bamboo ring, making sure the edge of the chopping mat is flush to the edge of the bamboo ring. Then take some hot glue and adhere the 2 pieces together. The reason why we're using hot glue is because it cools and dries very quickly, so the 2 pieces will stick together within seconds. And also, plastic and wood actually bond together very well with hot glue. If you tried to use white glue, it would not work, and Fix-All or E6000 would simply take way too long to bond. When applying the hot glue, make sure you don't go overboard with the hot glue, as we don't want any excess oozing out. And by the way, you'll notice that the circumference of this bamboo ring is larger than the length of the chopping mat. So you'll have a small section of the bamboo ring that is not covered by the mat. That is exactly what we want, and I'll show you later why. Next, we're going to take this beautiful strip of crystal gems and line that up against the edge of the ring so that it is running flush to it. These crystal gems are self-adhesive, so no additional glue will be required. In fact, the adhesive is extremely sticky, so make sure you peel back the wax backing gradually. And by the way, I'll leave links to all the embellishments for today's craft projects down in the description box. I found this particular embellishment on Temu, and I'm pleasantly surprised at how pretty and blingy it looks. Once the crystal gem trim is adhered around the portion of the ring where we have the chopping mat, we'll want to take a second bamboo ring of the exact same size and insert that inside, making sure that it is positioned to be flush against the edge of the 3 rows of crystal gems. You'll want to set the 2 bamboo rings into place with a bit of hot glue. You'll see that when I was doing this part, it was a bit awkward to apply the hot glue where I wanted it because there was way too much excess chopping mat. So if you're going to make this, I would suggest cutting off some of the excess first to make it easier to apply the hot glue. And then I'm going to go back in to fill in the gaps to make sure there is a tight bond between the ring and the mat. Once I finally got everything into place, I then used a utility knife to cut off the excess chopping mat. And while we work on that, I would like to take a moment to thank you for tuning in to today's craft project. If you enjoy glam home decor and DIY crafts on a budget, please hit that subscribe button to help me grow my channel. And if you like what you see today, please give me a thumbs up as well. Your support will really help me continue providing you with more amazing and creative craft tutorials. And the best part is, subscribing and giving me a thumbs up is absolutely free, but will make a world of difference to me and my channel. Next, we're going to flip the rings over and take the round piece of chopping mat that we cut out earlier and glue it down to the ring. Again, we'll use hot glue. And in case your chopping mat is not perfectly cut round and there's excess chopping mat sticking out still, just use a pair of sharp scissors to trim off the excess. With that done, this is what you should be left with. This piece will become part of the lampshade, but for now we're going to set it aside so we can work on the next part of our project. Here I have an empty paper towel cardboard tube. We're going to wrap it in this mirror reflective contact paper. Here I'm going to go ahead and measure out the size of the contact paper I need. We want to make sure the entire tube is covered. And by the way, in case you're curious, this tube will become the body of our first lamp. When you're done measuring and cutting out the paper, remove the wax backing gradually while wrapping the paper around the cardboard tube. And once that's done, don't forget to remove the clear plastic film as well. Next, we're going to take a chrome paper towel holder from the Dollar Tree and insert the neck into the cardboard tube. Then we'll take a second paper towel holder and insert it into the tube from the other end. With that done, we'll need to set this aside so we can make a base for our lamp. I found this round frame mirror at the Dollar Tree that will be the perfect size, but I'm not liking the black frame, so we're going to apply a row of silver pearl trim to the front. This will bling out the plain black frame a bit to match the rest of the lamp that we're making. And if you don't have any of these silver pearl beads, which by the way are self-adhesive, you could also paint the entire mirror frame a metallic silver. And for the sides, I've opted to cover it with some mini mirror tiles. These mini mirror tiles, which I found on Amazon, are also self-adhesive and can be cut to size. And this is what our lamp base looks like now. And now let's put everything together. We have the body of the lamp that we just assembled, so we will stand it up on top of the base. It actually fits perfectly. And now I'm going to move the lamp into a darker room, and now I'm going to insert a solar garden light at the top. It slips right inside the cardboard tube perfectly. And now for the lampshade. First we'll take a round wired basket from the Dollar Tree and place it upside down on top of the solar light. Since the basket is wired, it doesn't cover the solar panel, so the light can recharge itself during the day. And now we'll sit the set of bamboo rings on top. Light is able to pass through the chopping mat as well, so that works out perfectly to allow the solar lamp to recharge using sunlight during the day. But for now, in this dark room, this lamp is glowing beautifully. Because of the wired basket, the lamp has kind of an industrial feel to it, but the crystal gems also gives it a glam look. What do you guys think? Comment down below with the word bamboo rings and let me know what you think of this first lamp. This lamp is very unique looking, but it was incredibly easy to make. Now we're going to go back to the craft studio and work on our second lamp design. Here I'm hanging crystal garland pieces to the inner ring of the upside down paper towel holder. I'm using S-hooks to hang them. The length of the crystal garland pieces hang 3/4 of the way down the length of the paper towel holder. Of course, if you prefer shorter garlands, just make sure your pieces are joined by jump rings so you can resize the length of the garland pieces. Now I'm ready to place the bamboo ring shade back on top of the paper towel holder, but this time without the wired basket. This time I'm positioning the set of bamboo rings so that I can place a battery operated LED puck light inside, face down. And here's what our second lamp design looks like. I love this lamp because it is so blingy, and if you happen to have a remote control for your puck light, that would be even better, but if not, it's easy to access the puck light to power it on and off. If you're still with me, comment down below with the word bamboo ring so I know you visited. And here's what the chandelier lamp looks like in the dark. Look how the light bounces off those hanging crystals, making the lamp look even brighter. In fact, the mirrored base as well as the mirrored contact paper on the body of the lamp also helps to reflect the light. Let's go on to our third lamp design. Actually, the next three will be wall sconces. We're going to take a string of silver beaded necklace to cover up the seams between the crystal gems and the bamboo rings. We only need to do that for one of the ends. And while we work on that, I would be curious to know where you are all tuning in from. From my last few craft projects, many of you commented that you are from America, but some of you also commented that you are from Australia, the UK, Trinidad, and Malta. I would love to say hi to you in the comments area, and perhaps one day I'll be able to visit your beautiful country, state, or city. And if you would like my videos to be translated, let me know which language you would prefer. Next, I have this chrome napkin holder, also from the Dollar Tree. And what we need to do is slide the set of bamboo rings into the napkin holder where the napkins would normally go into. What we'll need to do is bond the two together with some Fix-All and then with some hot glue. We're using Fix-All because it will provide a much longer and secure hold, while the hot glue will cool and bond quickly so we can continue with the rest of this project. To add some extra hold for the two pieces, I decided to take an extra step and secure them together with a couple of nylon cable ties. I really want to make sure that over time, the set of bamboo rings with the crystal gems don't separate and fall out of the napkin holder. And I think these nylon cable ties will add that extra security I'm looking for. And then I'm going to pull each cable tie as tightly as possible before I cut off the excess. And here's our first wall sconce. The sconce is hanging horizontally and the set of bamboo rings appear to be floating in between the two ends of the napkin holder, and that's because how well it's secured at the back. And next I'll show you what the wall sconce looks like after sundown. I have placed a battery operated LED puck light upside down so the light illuminates downwards, but you could opt to set the puck light so that it illuminates upwards as well. This wall sconce is simple and elegant, and I think a pair or trio of these sconces would look perfect on a wall by the stairs or along the wall of a long hallway. Comment down below with the words bamboo rings and let me know what you think of this wall sconce. And here's another design option where I hung the same crystal garlands we used earlier on our table lamp. The light bounces off the crystal garland pieces, which I think makes this design even prettier and glam. And here's what it looks like after dark. The sconce gives off a beautiful glow, and because of the crystal garlands, it actually creates a beautiful set of shadows against the wall. Comment down below with the words bamboo rings and let me know what you think of this fourth design. Tell me if you prefer it with or without the hanging crystal garland pieces. And in the meantime, let's work on our fifth lamp design. Here I have a small picture frame from the Dollar Tree, but we're not going to use the frame itself. Rather, we're going to take this frame apart so we can cut out the hook from the cardboard backing. If you have seen some of my other craft videos, you'll know this is a great way to hang your wall decor and wall sconces. Here I'm cutting around the hook because we're going to apply some glue to the cardboard before placing it onto our wall piece. And for this craft piece that we're making, we're going to adhere the hook to the back of this beautiful charger plate. The charger plate has a reflective silver finish which will look perfectly as a backdrop to the wall sconce we're making. When adhering the hook to the back of the charger plate, we'll want to position it towards the top and use a very strong adhesive such as Fix-All or E6000 because we want to make sure that the plate stays firmly attached to the hook. We'll also add a bit of hot glue so we don't have to wait for the Fix-All to cure fully to finish making our wall sconce. Once the hook is secured firmly in place, turn the plate over right side up. Now we're going to go back to our trusty nylon cable ties and affix the napkin holder with the set of bamboo rings to the charger plate. I'm using the longest cables I could find, but because they're still too short, I'm going to attach 3 cable ties together first. Then we'll loop one end of the cable ties through the back of the napkin holder and tie it all around the charger plate. This part was a bit tricky, but it worked well in the end. And by the way, you could opt to position the set of napkin holder and bamboo rings anywhere along the length of the charger plate. I have chosen to place mine somewhere halfway down the plate, but you could position it higher or even lower. The only thing is, once I had the cable ties tightened, I realized that I needed a second set so that the napkin holder wouldn't move around. I'm not sure if the camera picked it up, but the napkin holder is still wobbling around. Now you can see the napkin holder is staying tightly in place and it's not budging at all. Here I'm just doing some final checks and tightening everything as much as possible before I cut off the excess cable ties. And now we have our fifth design. The metallic silver finish on the charger plate matches the chrome finish of the napkin holder and really gives the entire wall sconce an upscaled look, and I think it looks so beautiful. Once again, I rested a battery operated puck light downwards so the light bounces off the hanging crystal garland pieces. And here is what the wall sconce looks like at sundown. It was so much fun making all of these lamp designs, all from 2 bamboo rings. Comment down below with the word bamboo rings and let me know which lamp design you liked best. And in case you missed it, check out the beautiful ceiling mounted crystal chandelier I made a couple of weeks ago using 2 display easels from the Dollar Tree.